Hey everyone, welcome everyone to Voice from Ukraine. I want to start off by first of all saying, hope you had a good weekend. Happy Monday, everyone. There's a lot going on. And the first thing before we get started, I want to say thank you personally for myself. On behalf of Voice from Ukraine, on behalf of, I'll let Alex say it from himself and from everybody from Ukraine, from all the people that I really want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to each and every one of you for your contributions. Our goal has been met. All the money has been raised, and all of the supplies have been ordered. Alex is going there, I think, this Wednesday. I'll tell him, but I wanted just to say thank you. Start off by, God bless each and every one of you. We're making a difference. Alex, really happy to see that some good news finally for a change. I know there's so much bad going on, but how are you doing, brother?
Well, good. Hello, everybody. Thank you for supporting. Thank you. Before I say anything, I want to thank everybody for your support, for your donations. This is like these things will finally this Wednesday that they want to be traveling to a lot of different places and some to Kharkiv and all over the place. To people that need it. Thank you so much, Ukraine. Thank you, people. Thank you. Up ahead, and I'm looking forward to show you what really going on out there. And so far, the trip is Wednesday, and we'll see how conditions are.
What time approximately Wednesday, Alex? Because Wednesday is a big day. Actually, Wednesday I'm also going to be in what's it called, Washington D.C. I'm going to be what's it called? So what time? So we could try to figure it out. What time do you think?
Would have to be in early. It would have to be morning streams. Because the idea is that I want to go several locations and in between travels I would like to go live and to show people
No,
what's
that's
going.
awesome. Maybe if you could, if you could, what's it called? Tomorrow, let's try to organize maybe a schedule for a couple of times so we could give people a heads up. So this way they have the day before, because a lot of people, I don't know how the notifications work. So this way everybody will know more or less what the schedule. This way, even if you're an hour, and that
Of course,
even if you're not, you don't have to be precisely, but so people know you're going to go live approximately 10 in the morning or 11 at night, and you know what I'm saying to you, and then we could play it by ear.
that's the beacon of approximate time.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, perfect.
Well, as Lev already put out and as Lev said that another night in Ukraine, it was over 330 targets. It was rockets, it was ballistic missiles, it was hypersonic missiles. And I saw the sign this morning that said, if you heard a rocket, don't worry about it. It already passed you a while ago.
Wow.
That was the message. If you heard it, you didn't have to worry about it.
So they've stepped up the attacks, and now they're using even more different type of rockets, missiles, and ammunition.
Well, that stepped up a lot. I'm hearing rumors that they're using some chemical weapons in the Donetsk area that people having respiratory problems out of nowhere. These things don't just happen for without a reason. They're putting bolts inside the shahed, so even if you shoot them down, they still fly around and hit people and hit windows and hit buildings. They're putting pipe bombs inside the shaheds. So even if you shut them down, the pipe bombs fly all over the place and they can detonate a couple of hours later. This is everything to hurt people. Maybe I'm a little bit too emotional, but I mean, how much can one take? So I'm really judging by the voice of this Svitano group, the Sunrise group, the one you've been helping, and then I've been helping, and the one that we're helping right now. And by their voice, they're like, their voice is very. I hear in the voice that it's very tough over there. So I'm really looking forward to go down there, and we'll see how everything goes. But I want people to see what's really going on, how barbaric it is. And it's like last night again. Once the attack happens, people already know what kind of attack it is. If it's simulation on their part, then people just wait. But most of the time, people already you saw the pictures. People already they take their backpacks, they take the camping material, and they go to the and they sleep on the
That's
concrete.
crazy. I know. I see. You've been sending me all these pictures and video, and I'm watching. I mean, literally, people are sleeping every night in the subway stations. I mean, they're with their dogs, with their kids, with their animals. It's like they don't even go home. Before they would go home, and then the alarms would bell. Sirens would go off. They'd run into. Now I'm watching and I'm hearing, and what Alex is telling me is people are just literally going, at night, and they're already just going into metro because it's every night. Every night, unless is you have to either make a choice. Either you're gonna disregard it and stay and play Russian roulette if they hit you or they don't hit you, or you're gonna go every night and literally take your family and sleep in the subway.
But they step up the level, and people know they stepping it up, and people know about this 50 days, and nobody knows what to expect because every time there is something, there is kind of a step up. Because before 6 months ago, it was the other way around. It was it was adjusting. It was grudging down. But as I read that. Uh, Almost no matter how bad it sounds, and I hope I'm wrong, but the look of it is everybody doesn't want they want Ukraine to win. They don't want Russia to lose because they don't know what to do with it if it falls apart. That's the big.
Well,
Nobody knows what to do with it if tomorrow it falls apart. And back there is so much stuff in there that it scares the world. So Ukraine is not in the best position. So we understand that, and we're hoping that eventually they will suffocate and start backpedaling. But as you saw, from Austria, the finance minister said that Russia was given Crimea and former regions and guarantee of no NATO, yet they're still fighting. So that means Ukraine wants this war to end, not Russia.
that's a great thing. I want to just stop and say what is, I want everybody clearly. So, Austria has been out of the was neutral, right? Neutral since 1950.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
right?
It was just like Switzerland, so to speak, but they were in NATO a little bit.
They were like toward
Yeah,
NATO, but they
European
basically
Union. That was part of the European Union.
right. But Austria was a big hub for Russians because a lot of oligarchs, a lot of Russian money. I spent a lot of time in Austria, so there's a lot of so. But and today Austria came out and said something very interesting. They said basically that Donald Trump basically handed Putin four regions, Crimea and four regions. Just think about what he said that he handed that this was part of what he was giving Putin four regions of Ukraine, and Putin turned that down in his continuous fighting. That's to tell folks that you need to understand what's happening. This is why Donald Trump is upset a little bit because Donald Trump thought in his mind, in his sick, perverted mind, because he doesn't know Putin, he doesn't know the background of it. He thought that he's going to come in there and he's going to hand over Ukraine on a silver platter to Putin, give him half the country, and he'll like appease half of Ukrainians, half of Russia, America. But what he didn't calculate, didn't realize, didn't understand that he was being played and is still being played because the game's not over. This is still theatrics. The fact that he came out today and said 2 weeks. Now we always say we got 2 week Donnie back from wherever. He's back in action. 2 weeks again. Didn't change anything. It's still, I mean, I'll just give you an example of some of the rhetoric that's coming out of Russia right now. And this is Dmitry Medvedev, who is the ex-president of Russia. But now I consider him like more like a Alex Jones, like one of those part of the Russia propaganda wing, which they're allowing him to really antagonize America and tell the truth, but they keep the line where they could say, "Well, it's not Putin saying it," but this is, trust me, this is Putin. Because remember, each one of them, Donald Trump, when he comes out and makes these statements, he's not. his words are not being portrayed in Russia. The Russian people are not seeing Donald Trump's statements, or when they are seeing him, they're seeing him edited in a way that they want you to see it because it's all programmed. So when Donald Trump is coming out saying, "I'm not happy with Putin," I don't know. Russia's not seeing that. So Putin doesn't care what he says. You know what I'm saying to you? It's for the American people. It's for the Europeans. It's for the to for them to think was a. But Russians respond to them because you still get leaks. You still go. So listen how Dmitriev responded. So first he goes, "What's it called? Trump playing the ultimatum game with Russia. 50 days, 10 days, 2 weeks. He should remember two things. Russia isn't Israel or even Iran. Each new ultimatum Donald Trump gives us is a threat and another step towards war, but not war between Russia and Ukraine, but now with his own country. Be careful and don't do what Sleepy Joe did and take you down the road to World War III." so now just understand what is being said and what is actually happening right now. I mean, basically, Trump has put himself into a corner. I want you to understand that there's nothing he can do because unless you want Trump to really start World War III, like for them to start using nuclear weapons, because that's what basically Medvedev is telling. Because what is Trump going to do? What's Trump going to do in 2 weeks or in 50 days or to be, first of all, he's probably going to prolong it. Second of all, he's going to put on sanctions, secondary sanction, tariffs, whatever. Those things take time. Those things you have to be enforced. Those things are financial. They don't stop the bloodshed. They don't stop the bombs from falling. They don't stop that. And the one thing that Donald Trump, nobody talks about, and it's embarrassing that the media won't even ask the question, is why, if Donald Trump has such a good relationship and has these love letters with Kim Jong Un, why doesn't he call North Korea and says, "Don't send no troops to Russia"? Why is North Korea sending over 30,000 troops to Russia? Nobody's talking about that. Or the help that Iran's doing. Why doesn't Trump say, "Hey, Iran, if you don't stop giving Russia those weapons or making those what's it called drones, we're gonna bomb you." You don't see Trump attacking any of them. It's all theatrics. It's all being done right now. Why? Because if you think about what's happening here back in the United States, is Donald Trump is trying to change the news cycle any which way he can. And he tried to do it even by having Tulsi Gabbard, like what Russia says, their girl in the DNI, go out there and issue what's it called criminal referrals against President Obama, Comey, and others. And Donald Trump really came out with the threat that he was going to go arrest Obama. And now yesterday he even came out and said to the fact that because somebody asked him, said, "Well, didn't the Supreme Court actually give Obama also immunity because of what you got?" He goes, "Yeah, Obama should thank me. Because of me, he has immunity. I can't arrest him, but that doesn't mean I can't arrest any of his other people." So even his own base is already starting to see how crazy this man is, that he's just throwing things at the wall. And that's what was today. Today, because he didn't come out, there was no plan. He didn't come out to you and say, "Okay, this is how long we're going to give him, and this is what we're." He came out to you. If you look at how he talked today, he's like, "Yeah, uh, no reason to wait 50 days. I've seen enough. He's not going to stop. We'll do 10, we'll do 10 days or 12 days. We'll see. We'll do something. And what are you going to do, Mr. President? Are you going to do, secondary tariffs? Vlad wants to do trade with America, wants to do so much. I mean, just think about what the guy is talking about. Vlad, I mean, Russia cares about doing trade with the United States. Like he's really off the rockers. These are all things that are being implemented through Stephen Witkoff and others. They're being put in his head for him to think. Just think of the things that he also says that we should be doing this because Russia, look at all the land they have and all the natural resources. all the natural resources that we could get from Russia. Really, like you think that's what's happening here? This is what's being fed into his cabeza over here, this is his head. So that's the crazy part. So, folks, the one thing we always tell you is keep your eye on the ball. Nothing has changed today. This is not some breaking news that Trump again shifted and is going against Russia. Because remember one thing: Donald Trump and Russia and Putin have the power to stop this war any day. It doesn't have to be 50 days. It doesn't have to be 10 days, 2 weeks, or 2 days. It could stop right now. Putin just has to say, we're going to stop firing. Because if they stop attacking Ukraine, Ukraine is not going to attack Russia. And the war ends, stops, the killing ends. So it's not like some complicated puzzle or math calculation. It's easy as that. If Donald Trump wants to help, he could unleash the wrath. The United States has the most powerful ammunitions, like he says, weapons. Give them to Ukraine. Let Ukraine go full force. You know what I'm saying to you? But he doesn't do any of these things. All the things that are done are to meant to distract because they're mostly done. And what's happening is to take attention away from this, uh, his kryptonite, the mega explosion, which is the Jeffrey Epstein files, folks.
Well, I'm gonna add a little bit on Ukraine part. The thing is that in Russia, in Russia, not even a small sound happens, especially from somebody like Medvedev, without Politburo giving him a script.
100%. 100%.
So, so that means that the game that your guy is playing hasn't even started yet.
No.
That game hasn't even, believe me, because they have different play, because they plan everything and they play everybody. They play the whole world with their wars. All they know is war. All they know is fight. All they know is how to make trouble and then offer fix. So he met his match.
And you know what? And you know why Trump is at a disadvantage? Because Putin knows Trump's Achilles heel. Putin knows what Trump already put out, and he's already said he knows what the one thing Trump doesn't want. Trump doesn't want, and we don't want, nobody wants. But for Trump, he cannot have American boots on the ground. He cannot get America involved in a war with Russia right now. That would completely destroy everything that Trump ever did. You understand? So he's not going to. That's how. I mean, his base will either. I mean, there will be. I mean, between the Epstein, if all of a sudden tomorrow Trump got us, into some kind of war, all of a sudden our men and women are going to fight the Russians. It would be the end of Donald Trump. I think the Mega would stand up at arms quicker than anybody else. So he's not going to do it. It's not going to happen. Huh?
Just imagine there is a high rise and there is a two-story building. So and I think it's even one-story building. This is the pile of paperwork, research. The difference. What Trump has is one-story building on Putin, and what Putin has on Trump. They're not. They study every move, years and years and years. Then
Absolutely.
and right now, even if he was to implement some things, the people that's supposed to deal with all the sanctions, they're not there anymore. The departments are closed. Who's going to be dealing with all this stuff?
Thank you very much, Alex. Thank you. Listen to what Alex just said, guys. This is extremely, extremely important because one of the things that we keep talking about is what Trump is going to do. He's going to implement sanctions. He's going to do all of these. Who's going to actually put it into motion? He closed. Remember, Doge, Elon Musk, they closed all of these divisions. They closed everything up, so there's nobody. There's no oversight. There's no oversight in any of this. So he could go out there and go sanction all they want. Who's going to make sure that India is not buying oil, or that China's not doing? Who's gonna go do it? And then who's gonna? And then you want to tell me that all of a sudden that Trump, just think about it, then Trump is going. Let's say China is going to get caught with their hands in the cookie jar. You think Trump is going to implement 100 extra 500% or 100% on China uh, and go to war with China? It's not happening, folks. It's not happening. It's like, it's like
That's why we do what we do. We know what does work, helping people work, people the information works, because the more people awake, the more people see what's going on, the more the world knows what's going on, because there is so much. It's like, how they say, don't pass down my back and tell me there is raining. Well, this is what's going on,
right,
because there is no rain. It's
right.
all artificial. It's all illusion. But we are not in Vegas. This is real. This
It's
is
real. Yeah. I mean, you hear Trump throw numbers out there: 5,000 people dying, 7,000. This is he doesn't even know. He has no idea who's dying. He doesn't know the regions. He knows nothing about what's going on, and it's sick to see that he was willing to. Now that by the what's it called, Viennese Austrian minister came out, and when they said basically that Trump offered Putin all four regions and Putin still didn't take him, just like we've been talking about reporting here. It just shows you that what Putin really wants is he wants not only to take Ukraine, but he wants to go into Europe, the Baltics, and go into Poland and other places. Folks, you've been following us. That's what we're here for. We're here to break you the truth from inside out, to be able to give you, so you understand how these people think, how these people act. We know them intimately, know them personally, know their inner circles. Also, we're here to help the people of Ukraine, not only to fight disinformation by letting our voices heard, because that's the first and the easiest thing. Is so please make sure subscribe, make sure to become paid subscribers, make sure to go get 3, 4, 5, 6 more people that might be busy working, not have the time to be the social media fighters that you are, to get the information. Bring them on this platform to become a subscriber for free. You do the ones that pay and become paid subscribers. You guys help us keep the mission going and keep the fight doing this nonstop. But the most important thing, and I always say, and every time I go and say it, is we can't not do anything. Everybody could do something, from writing your letter to your congressman to taking this video today, making sure that you send it to as many people as you know, and you keep the message alive, because the media is not talking about it, the world's not talking about it, unless some press release. And even if they're talking about it, they're not telling you what's really happening in Ukraine. What they're telling you is that Donald Trump, all of a sudden, the headline is instead of 50 days, has now turned on Putin and went to 2 weeks. So if a normal person that doesn't watch the news or doesn't watch and is not in tune with the information that you guys are, just sees that headline, you would think that Donald Trump is doing something for Ukraine. You would think he's going against Putin. And that's part of the brainwashing that the media is doing. That's part of Donald Trump tactics that they're doing. That is why it's so important for each and every one of you that the easiest and the most important thing that doesn't cost a single penny is to spread the message far and wide, and make sure we keep building this platform, building Lev Remembers and Voice from Ukraine, keeping us number one, keeping us out there to make sure our voices are loud and clear. That's the first thing. The second thing, super shout out and thank you to each and every one of you. Each and every one of you that has donated to our first GoFundMe that we did in Ukraine, in Odessa, to now this bigger GoFundMe that Alex is going to Kharkiv and other regions this Wednesday. God bless each and every one of you. Can't thank you enough. And for all of you warriors out there that are our paid subscribers, that are out there supporting us every day, that are, go contribute to the Venmos and do everything you can. God bless each and everyone, because you're allowing us to be able to fight, get this information out, and make sure that we do something good. So, with that said, I want to wish everyone a great week ahead of us. There's a lot that's going to be going on, so make sure you stay where we have a lot of content that Alex is going to bring you guys from his trip Wednesday safety first. I'll also be in Washington, D.C., so I'm also going to try to plan some interviews and some content. So there's a lot happening this week. I'm going to be in D.C. Alex is going to Kharkiv. Thanks to each and every one of you, we're able to really help a lot of people. I can't really tell you how much it means. Something like being able, so the things that we take for granted every day by coming out and just like watching the sun out, the sky be clear without no gunfire or bombs blowing up, or the fact that you could walk to the park without sirens and not think about that you have to go hide, the fact that you could take a shower. Just think about it. The things that we take for granted, that you could wake up in the morning, take a shower, wash your face, and be sanitized and clean. People can't do a simple thing like that. They can't do a simple thing because they have no water and no sanitary action. And it is one of the most biggest problems out there. And that is the one thing that we are concentrating on. And that's why, thanks to each and every one of you, there's going to be thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people that are going to be able to, take a shower, get clean, get washed up, and start getting some sanitary stuff going. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much and keep doing it. Alex, take us home.
Thank you. I want to again. I want to add to Lev. You covered so much that there is hard to add to, but literally from Ukraine, from the bottom of my heart, from the hearts and everybody that you're gonna help. Thank you. And I'm just hoping that I will be able to show you what's really going on over there, because Kharkiv right now is one of the hardest area, because it's Kharkiv and Dnipropetrovsk. So anyway, I'm looking forward to speaking to you from Kharkiv. I'm looking forward to see a lot of hearts, a lot of support. God bless everybody. Thank you again. Slava Ukraini.
Thank you, Alex. And by the way, before we go, quick one. Somebody wrote out there about we could be pen pals to some of these. That's one of the things we are going to be doing next. It's just I'm going to let you know ahead of time. There's a couple of hospitals and where orphanages that we're working with very closely. We've been working with for a long time since the war has started. Alex has been constantly going there and helping in a lot of different ways, and that it's one of the things we are going to do. Your voices matter, so those of you that can become these pen pals to some of these kids, some of these teenagers, some of these women and men out there that sometimes they just need a voice, need a talk. So that's something that we are going to be doing also, so that whoever wrote that, great idea. You're thinking just like we are, and those are some of the things we're going to implement, because it's not only about the money, it's just a kind word sometimes, or being able to speak to somebody and giving them hope. It means a lot. So guys, love you, thank you, have a great rest of your day. Stay tuned, we got a lot more coming. Alex, please stay safe. I'll speak to you later, my brother, and God bless each and every one of you. God bless America, and Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава.